11 o'clock on this late Saturday night, March 10th, 2018. It is time now for the Peter Channel 11 o'clock news on this late Saturday night, March 10th, 2018. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter J. Wiggins. It's 11 o'clock on this late Saturday night. Top story Peter Channel 11 o'clock news is that a Pennsylvania rally at Boone Township, President Trump again calls for the death penalty for drug dealers. Trump's gun plan to encourage the state to allow armed school staff. Trump swept up yesterday North Korea that 45 minutes that could alter history. In Pomona, California, men wanted a fatal police shooting arrested after a 15-hour standoff, officials said. Victims killed in California veterans home standoff described as brave women and gunmen identified. Among those was Christine Lobert, a native of Easton, Massachusetts, and a graduate of Oliver Ames High School from the class of 1987, was executive director of the Veterans Home in California. She was 48 years old. The Stormy Daniels Donald Trump story explained. Eastern Ghouta, Syrian army splits enclave in three, report said. Trump bound trade guns White House morale. Let them call you racist, as Ben tells far-right French party. Russian spy traces of nerve agent found at ZZ. Pardon ex-Navy sailor happy Trump helped restore his life in a good name. Nationwide injections are a threat to the constitutional order. Trump's warning shot on trade risk ignited a wider conflict. Fresh off its state title, gymnastics team of Bridgewater ran in West Bridgewater ended the season on a high note by winning the New England Championship at Pinkerton Academy at Derry, New Hampshire on Saturday afternoon. Kayaker capsizes in West Bridgewater Pumpkin Rescue. Regeneron and Sanofi cholesterol drug price in exchange for weather coverage. Decision by Dick's Sporting Goods Park Shopping Spree. Former Google engineer startup slammed by FCC for enterprise satellite launch. What scientists found trapping in a tip of ice not known on Earth. Something huge is about to smash into Earth. Geomorphic clusters of cyclones turn over Jupiter's poles. Fertility clinic malfunctions risk the viability of more than 2,000 eggs and embryos. Disease X could be the world's worst nightmare. Peter Childers Storm is 11 o'clock on this late Saturday night. Time now for a Peter Channel traffic and transit check. Beep beep! MBTA looking good on the subway, commuter rail, and the ferries. Okay, let's take a look at the highways and byways in New England. In Rhode Island, 610 connector 95 on both ends around downtown Providence. It's a little slow. Out of the Cape, highways out, looking good in southeastern Massachusetts, highways out, looking good. 93 on the northbound side, a little slow around in the Mass Pike out in Boston. 120 on the northbound side, the also the Lexus stretch around Route 2. Central and western Massachusetts highways out, looking good. 91 on the northbound side, Lowell and Enfield, Connecticut, 84 eastbound side, Lowell in Hartford, Connecticut. And 89 on both ends back around Montpelier, Vermont, all up to the Canadian border. 93 on both ends back between Woodstock from New Hampshire all the way up to Vermont around Route 91. And it's 89, 7 on the northbound side. Also on Oswald Shazam in New York State. Peter Childers Storm and all Wood 59 northbound side, so 7 Quebec headed towards Montreal. Peter Childers Storm 11:01 on this late Saturday night. And it's time now for a weather report. And looking at the radar satellite, open it shows snow showers down around south of Greenfield, Massachusetts, and east to Greenfield, Mass, and some snow showers down in southwest of Keene, New Hampshire, and rain showers way off the main coast. The snow showers off the main coast, and taking a look at the closer look at it shows snow showers along the Route 7 corridor from Mendon, Vermont, all the way up to 7 Quebec, and stretch it up into New York State and the northeastern portion of Ontario and the Ottawa area, and another batch of the snow flurry stretch the line from northeastern PA down to substitute New York from Ontario out to Ithaca, and snow and stuff from Buffalo, New York, all the way out to the southwestern Ontario and the northeastern portions of Michigan. And snowing around Brill, New Hampshire, and some snow in the eastern portions of Maine, and central portions, eastern portions of New Brunswick, and central portions and eastern portions of Nova Scotia. Looking at the temperature spread around the region, it is in the 27 to 35 degree range in southern New England, while it is in the 23 to 33 degree range for much of northern New England, a 7 above reading in Mount Washington, New Hampshire. Right now, it's Norton at the 11th hour on this late Saturday night. It is 32 degrees with a humidity of 68%, dew point 23 degrees, a barometer at 89 inches rising slowly. Alright, looking at the forecast goes like this. Tonight, clear skies about 27 degrees, west about 7 miles an hour for Sunday. Increased skies about 45 degrees, northwest about 5 to 9 miles an hour for Sunday night. A forecast skies about 26 degrees, northwest about 3 to 6 miles an hour for Monday. Increased skies about 44 degrees, light variable wind, becoming an east wind 5 to 8 miles an hour in the morning. Monday night, slight chance of rain before 8 p.m. then it's so likely. Cloud skies about 31 degrees, northwest about 6 to 8 miles an hour, chance space is 6% Tuesday. Snow likely, cloud skies about 35 degrees, and chance space is 70% Tuesday night. A chance of shower snow before 11 p.m. Most skies about 27 degrees, chance space is 40%. Wednesday, putt center of the most skies about 41 by 27 degrees for Thursday, putt center of the podcast about 42 by 28 degrees for Friday, most sunny podcast about 45 by 31 degrees, and for Saturday, most sunny sky about 50 degrees. Peter Childers Star Beers 11:03 on this late Saturday night. Time now for Saturday night sports roundup on this late Saturday night. I'm Peter J. Wiggins. Let's start off at the TD Garden in Boston, Massachusetts with the Boston Bruins welcome their fellow Original Six rivals, the Chicago Blackhawks. And after the Boston Bruins put the 2-0 lead on a pair of goals by Nolan Curry and Dave Christian in first period to make it 2-0 Boston, Blackhawks got 2 goals of their own on it. Goals from Jonathan Taves and Eric Thompson to tie at 2 for 1 period, and then John Hayden gets a goal to make it 3-2 in favor of the Blackhawks. And then after David Christian ties it at a goal at 10:05 in the second period, Matthew Highmore gets a goal to make it 4-3 Blackhawks up. But then 4 goals for the Bees from Pasternak, Brand Gianta, Rick Nash, and Sean Crowley did them in as the Boston Bruins defeat the Chicago Blackhawks 7-4 as they improve their record to 43-15-8 on the season as Tuukka Rask got 23 saves in it. Next up, the Bruins and Blackhawks will travel Interstate 90 to Chicago for a date with the Chicago Blackhawks. Alright, look at that. Some other NHL scores. Nashville Predators and the New Jersey Devils tied at 2. Going into the shootout, Edmonton Oilers and the Minnesota Wild no scored 19:04 second period. Vegas Golden Knights beat the Buffalo Sabres 2-1 final in the shootout. Tampa Bay Lightning over the Montreal Canadiens 3-2. Philadelphia Flyers over the Winnipeg Jets 2-1. Colorado Avalanche over the Arizona Coyotes 5-2. St. Louis Blues over the LA Kings 7-2. Washington Capitals over the San Jose Sharks 2-0. Toronto Maple Leafs over the Pittsburgh Penguins 5-2. And the Florida Panthers over the New York Rangers 4-3 and a final of the night shootout in Florida. NBA scores. Phoenix Suns over the Charlotte Hornets. Charlotte Hornets over the Phoenix Suns 122-115. Miami Heat over the Washington Wizards 129-102. Dallas Mavericks over the Memphis Grizzlies 114-80. Oklahoma City Thunder over the San Antonio Spurs 104-94. And the LA Clippers leading the Orlando Magic for 1 quarter in LA 30-27. Alright, looking at some college basketball scores on a Saturday night. At halftime of the Pac-12 Men's Tournament Final, it is USC 33, Arizona 30. At the ACC Men's Tournament Final, it is Virginia 71 and North Carolina 63. In the Big East Men's Championship Final, Villanova 76, Providence 66. AAC Men's Championship Semifinal, Cincinnati 70, it's Memphis 60. Kansas 81, West Virginia 70 in the Big 12 Men's Championship Final. Houston 77, Wichita State 74, AAC Men's Championship Semifinal. In the Atlantic 10 Men's Championship Semifinal, it is Rhode Island 90 and St. Joseph 87, and it is Tennessee 84, Arkansas 66 in the SEC Men's Tournament Semifinal. All right. Looking at some high school basketball scores in the MIAA D2 boys sub-sectional final game in Taunton, Tech Boston over Hingham 69-44. MIAA D4 boys sub-sectional final, Mashpee 73, Crassen 54. In the MIAA D1 girls sub-sectional final, Braintree 69, Newton South 58. In the MIAA D2 girls sub-sectional final was Foxborough 40, Nassau 23. MIAA D3 girls sub-sectional final is Archbishop Williams 69, Fontbonne 45. And the MIAA D4 girls sub-sectional final was Cork Cassidy 83 and Cathedral 77. Alright, let's take a look at some sports news. Sylvia De Souza, the superstar, Kansas City 10 in the NCAA tourney. Richard Sherman signs a 3-year deal with the San Francisco 49ers. Odell Beckham's mystery lady from video identified. Cleveland Browns traded Denny Shelton to New England Patriots for a draft pick, sources said. Kevin Ollie fired after UConn claims just cause. Ollie says he will fight. Buffalo's back in the field as a dangerous team. Now, I'm in conference with Kevin Hargrove goes for 3 straight wins in Phoenix tomorrow. After the another loss of the Nuggets, the Lakers are ready for revenge. Minnesota Twins agree to a one-year deal with Lance Lynn. San Antonio Spurs, Kawhi Leonard, and return from quiet entry Thursday versus Pelicans. Tiger Woods is one shot off the Valspar lead, and once again he creates his own gravity. West Ham fans of a pitch force team owners of free speech. One-armed Nick Newell lies UFC after 14 victory. St. Bonaventure, UFC with a most on the line, and if you trust the math, there's a way for the factors to afford to your cousins, and that is going to be it for the Peter Channel 11 o'clock news on this slate. Starting at March 10th, 2018, viewers, hope you have a good night with a good presentation, and I'll see you tomorrow morning and more. Hope you have a good night.